Good afternoon. Welcome, family and friends. As Vice President for Student Affairs and Chair of the Commencement Committee, it is my privilege to announce the arrival of the graduating class of 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty of William and Mary. And now, please join me in welcoming the official party, led by our rector, John Littell.
Please rise as you are able for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you for that beautiful performance, Mr. Pauly. Good afternoon. Please be seated. Welcome to the third of 6 commencement ceremonies to celebrate the great class of 2021. Woo! Graduates, you have so much to be proud of. You have adapted in the face of unprecedented challenge. You've persevered and you've earned your degree. Parents, friends, and families, we're proud to count you as part of William & Mary's family and to have you back on campus here now together, even in this gentle Virginia spring warmth. Water is available throughout the stadium to help you stay hydrated. Please definitely use it. Members of William & Mary's Board of Visitors, we're delighted to have you bear witness to the fruits of an extraordinary education. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Members of the William & Mary faculty and staff, you transformed research, teaching, and learning in the midst of pandemic. You've kept our grads on track to their diplomas. Would you please stand wherever you are in the stadium? Thank you. For centuries, William & Mary graduates have served in our nation's armed forces with distinction. This weekend, the United States Army commissioned 11 William & Mary students. Receiving William & Mary degrees this weekend are 124 active duty, reserve, or military veterans. Would all military personnel and veterans, including anyone in this stadium currently serving or who has served, please stand and receive our thanks. Thank you for your service to our nation. William & Mary's Royal Charter of 1693 establishes the position of Chancellor. William & Mary's current Chancellor is the Honorable Robert M. Gates, class of 1965. Chancellor Gates served as Secretary of Defense, as Director of the CIA, and as President of Texas A&M University. He has served under 8 U.S. presidents and is the only Secretary of Defense to have served under presidents of different political parties. He models the highest ideals of public service that sustain democracy in the 21st century. Chancellor Gates joins us today virtually.
Thank you, Catherine. To the class of 2021, congratulations. You have survived the strangest senior year in living memory. The last exam has been taken, the final paper submitted. The registrar has double-checked, and yes, you have indeed made it through one of the most rigorous educations in the world, in the midst of a global pandemic, no less. To the parents and families of the class of 2021, congratulations. You have much of which to be proud, and you have much to celebrate. The last tuition check has cleared. However, for you parents contemplating newly available disposable income, forget it. The National Bank of Mom and Dad never closes. Director Littell and the board, thank you for your leadership during this latest test of William & Mary's resilience. To President Rowe, thank you for steering our university through the storms of the pandemic. I have no doubt that this chapter of William & Mary's storied history will be remembered with pride for the resilience, determination, and yes, the courage this campus community has shown over the past 15 months. For 328 years, William & Mary has prepared its graduates to engage in the open exchange of ideas and to seek wisdom in bridging differences. That engagement is a core element of a William & Mary education. Today, these qualities are all too rare. We are in a period in our country's history marked by too much shouting and too little listening, too much ego and self-certainty, and too little humility and open-mindedness. To overcome the challenges our nation and world face requires a willingness to listen and to learn. As graduates of this university, you have a responsibility to defend and perfect our democracy, to keep perfecting and reshaping it. Noting the extraordinary manner in which the class of 2021 has coped with incredible obstacles already, I have no doubt you are up to this challenge. The legacy of service, of making a difference for our country and for our fellow citizens, is the oldest and greatest tradition of this ancient institution, this alma mater of a nation. That shared legacy is what makes this home so special for all of us, so worth cherishing for a lifetime. As you graduate today, know that you too will meet this challenge and are destined to make a difference. Congratulations and God bless.
It is now my privilege to welcome to the podium William & Mary's Rector, John Littell.
Thank you, President Rowe. On behalf of William & Mary's Board of Visitors, let me congratulate this year's graduating class. You have accomplished a great deal under trying circumstances. Your resilience, coupled with the commitment and hard work of our faculty and staff, got you to this point. Be proud and ever grateful to those who supported you here and at home for this remarkable achievement. At this point in the ceremony, William & Mary confers honorary degrees, a tradition dating back to 1756. Like everything else about this ceremony, this tradition looks a little different in 2021. This year, William & Mary presents honorary degrees to the accomplished artist Faith Ringgold and U.S. Supreme Court Justice Anthony Kennedy. We are pleased to bring the honorary degree ceremony to you virtually. Afterwards, Dr. Ringgold and Dr. Kennedy will each offer greetings to the class of 2021.
William & Mary conferred its first honorary degree in 1756 to innovator, writer, and statesman Benjamin Franklin. It is fitting that this year we honor an artist, author, activist, and icon known for her innovative artistry and for advancing equity. Faith Ringgold, your creative powers have broken so many boundaries in innovative and redemptive ways. Born in 1930, you grew up amid the flourishing of the Harlem Renaissance. You learned to sew and work with fabrics from your mother, a fashion designer. With her encouragement, the material arts became your passion. You enrolled at the City College of New York in 1950. You have shared that you appreciated your education, but it also taught you just what was missing. The curriculum included nothing on African and African American art. Undeterred, you pursued that education yourself. You earned a bachelor's degree in fine art and education in 1955 and began your career embracing many roles: mother, teacher, student, artist. You gained acclaim for your African-style masks, political posters, and quilts. You have written and illustrated beloved children's books, and you have advanced racial integration in the New York City art world. You penned a memoir, We Flew Over the Bridge, in 1995. In recent years, you've innovated in yet another new medium, inventing Quiltudoku, a game app that elevates Sudoku through color and pattern. Your artworks grace the world's most renowned museums and galleries. You have been recognized with more than 80 awards, including a National Endowment for the Arts Award, a Guggenheim Fellowship for painting, and an NAACP Image Award. Your children's book, Tar Beach, is a Caldecott Honor Book, and it received the Coretta Scott King Award for illustration, both so well-deserved. In a 2020 New York Times interview, you said, "I'm always thinking about what can be better." Through your artwork, you have changed the world for the better. You have triumphed.
Faith Ringgold, your talent is extraordinary, and our university is proud to honor you both for your creativity and the change you have led. With the authority vested in me by the ancient royal charter of the College of William and Mary in Virginia, I now present you with a Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Congratulations to all of you, especially at this time when we have so much happening in the world today. But you will survive it. You will go out and do the best things that you can. You will combat the world with your education from this wonderful college. Anyone can fly. All you got to do is try. I am very pleased to be here with you. Thank you very, very much for having me.
William & Mary has long been known as the alma mater of the nation, so it is fitting this year that we honor a leader who has strengthened the bedrock of our democracy through an unwavering commitment to impartial and fair judging. Anthony McLeod Kennedy, your career is renowned. The 104th Justice to serve on the United States Supreme Court, you have promoted civic education in this nation and abroad and advanced the rule of law to uphold equality and human rights. Born in Sacramento, California, you learned about civic affairs from your attorney father and teacher mother. Your interest in government ignited at an early age, and you served as a page in the California State Senate. You earned your Bachelor of Laws from Harvard Law School. You served in the California Army National Guard, and then launched your career in public practice before becoming a professor of constitutional law at the McGeorge School of Law, University of the Pacific. In 1975, you were appointed to the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit by President Gerald Ford. Then in 1988, President Reagan nominated you as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, and you were unanimously confirmed by the United States Senate. You assumed senior status as a federal judge in 2018. During your tenure on the court, yours was often the pivotal vote alongside fellow Reagan nominee and former William and Mary Chancellor, Sandra Day O'Connor. Among the consequential opinions you handed down, you strengthened free expression and authored the majority opinion to legalize same-sex marriage nationwide. Your unwavering commitment to the Constitution has been lauded so often, as it should be. You embraced the role of teacher, calling the next generation into a deeper understanding of the ideals of democracy in all these ways. You exemplify the crucial role of the judiciary and the importance of neutral jurisprudence for the nation.
Anthony Kennedy, your steadfast service to democratic principles has sustained our country through many trials. It is most fitting that the alma mater of the nation should honor you. With the authority vested in me by the ancient royal charter of the College of William and Mary in Virginia, I now present you with a Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Kennedy.
President Rowe, Rector Lytell, and members of these graduating classes who give me the privilege of joining you today in receiving this acclaimed degree. This honor will be treasured by my family and me for years to come. And it is of special significance that we receive it at a time when you graduate at a point where our country needs you more than the country has needed students for many, many years. The charter of William and Mary in 1693 states that the college is to study divinity, philosophy, languages, and other good arts and sciences. Notice the use of the term good. It has an ethical, a moral, a value-laden connotation. Do not be discouraged from using words, from following conduct, from adopting principles that have an ethical underpinning. This ultimately is what democracy means, and what freedom seeks. There is dignity in debate. There is decency in discourse. There is discovery in discussing together ways to find new truths, new insights. This was well known and understood by some of the graduates who preceded you here. Professor George Wythe, Thomas Jefferson, James Monroe, Henry Clay, and now by you. To be here on the campus for just a few minutes, for just a few moments, is to experience what you have had the privilege of experiencing each day for years. That is to experience what it is like to be in a place that is a treasury of new ideas, a treasury of new traditions, a treasury of dreams, ready to be found, ready to be explored. And this you must do. This you must do as you find new ideas, new thoughts, new dreams for a new and better world. This you can do because of your experience here. This you can do because of your commitment to the rule of law and to the idea of freedom. And this you must do so that the rest of the world can look here to William and Mary, can look here to the United States, can look to you to see what freedom, to see what dignity, to see what liberty can and ought to mean. Again, thank you and congratulations.
It is our tradition at commencement to honor accomplishments of exceptional faculty, staff, and students. In 2021, William & Mary will present 6 university awards to our community. You can read more about each of our recipients in the program. The Lord Botetourt Medal, established in 1772 for the honor and encouragement of literary merit, goes to the graduating senior with the greatest distinction in scholarship. The 2021 recipient is John Charles Kiner. Maria Donahue-Velica, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, will present the award. Mr. Kiner, will you please come forward? John Kiner graduates with a major in international relations and was admitted to a master's program at Oxford University. His professors describe him as a brilliant and mature scholar, a person of intellectual integrity, and a prolific writer, open to the views of others and ready to learn from anyone who presents new ideas and a compelling argument. Congratulations, Mr. Kiner. The James Frederick Carr Memorial Cup goes to the graduating senior who best combines the qualities of character, scholarship, and leadership. The Carr Cup will be awarded to Abram Clear tomorrow morning. Our Graduate and Professional School Prize is named for Margaret the Lady Thatcher, who served as the 21st Chancellor of William & Mary. The award goes to a graduate or professional student of outstanding scholarship, service, and character. The Thatcher Prize was given to Joseph Matt earlier today. In memory of Algernon Sidney Sullivan, the New York Southern Society recognizes 2 students in the graduating class and 1 other person with close ties to William & Mary for heart, mind, and helpfulness to others. This year's student recipients are Sonia Kinkabwala and Nicholas Ajavi Arma, who was conferred his award and Juris Doctorate this morning. Ms. Kinkabwala is with us for this ceremony, and Dean Donahue Velico will present the award. Would you please come forward? Sonia Kinkabwala is a sociology major with a minor in management and organizational leadership. She has become a constant presence in the Office of Community Engagement. Her longtime passion for the welfare of senior citizens led her to co-found Intergenerational Insights and initiate a COVID-19 inspired program. One of her professors stated simply, "She creates community wherever she goes." Congratulations, Ms. Kinkabwala. The third recipient of the Sullivan Award, Chief Technology Officer Corinne Piketagi, will be honored this evening. This morning, William & Mary honored 2 faculty members and 2 staff members with awards. In honor of William & Mary's 23rd president, Thomas A. Graves, Jr., the Graves Award recognizes sustained excellence in teaching. Our recipients were Judith B. Harris and Robert J. Latour. An endowment from Charles and Ann Duke supports an annual award to an outstanding staff member in memory of Mr. Duke's parents, who served William & Mary in many capacities for decades. Given the dedication that the staff have demonstrated under pandemic, William & Mary awarded 2 Duke Awards, one to Wendy D. Urbano and one to Darlene O. White. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our undergraduate commencement speaker, Divya Dureja. Ms. Dureja graduates with a Bachelor of Arts in Religious Studies and a minor in biochemistry. She has served as director of Camp Kesem William & Mary and has a passion for creating inclusive communities on campus. Please join me in welcoming Divya Dureja.
I came into college with the cloud of ambition hanging over my head, and I wanted it to materialize as quickly as possible. I had 1,460 days to figure out what I wanted to do with my life and how that decision would benefit the rest of the world. As you've probably gathered, freshman Divya was a little melodramatic. 4 years later, my time is up, but I still don't have the answers to those questions. As the last year has forced so many of us to reevaluate our lives, I thought I would share my beginner's guide on how to adult, the Graduating College Without Panicking edition. Number 1, traditions, like rules, are meant to be broken. 100 years ago, it was traditional for our beloved campus to be occupied exclusively by white men. Since then, we have made strides in our efforts to make a more inclusive campus environment, to make sure everyone belongs in this tribe, in this family. This change is first and foremost championed by you, the students, who protested for 9 months every Saturday, complying with social distancing and mask requirements to stand with Black lives. This change is championed by our educators, who have worked tirelessly to accommodate students no matter where they are, whether that be at home, on campus, or logging into Zoom class while literally on a ski lift. I urge you to use the coming months of uncertainty to continue taking the non-traditional paths and breaking the glass ceilings above you. Graduating into an economy where jobs are down and GameStop is way up, we have absolutely nothing to lose. Number 2, education is humbling. Many of us have spent the past year learning new words. My freshman roommate, for an example, an economics major, recently asked me what exactly mRNA is. Thank you, Intro Biology, for making me feel like the Dr. Fauci of this campus. Others learned words like racial inequity, privilege, and racism in a new light. While our time at William & Mary is ending, I urge you to continue chasing education. So much of learning at college happens outside of the classroom, like learning you absolutely will get a staph infection if you jump in the Crim Dell. I urge you to champion spaces for further learning in the graduate programs, companies, and other institutions you attend or work for. Today, some of you will be the first in your family to have graduated from college. Today, some of you will have shattered people's expectations of your capabilities. Today, almost all of us will have in some way shattered racial, economic, or social barriers in pursuit of a higher education. This community has nurtured a space for us to think critically, challenge peacefully, and break out of our comfort zones. The humility required for this level of authentic discourse is the necessary product of an education, and I urge you to cultivate it in your future communities. So pause for a second this weekend and ask yourself, how have you pushed for change when you saw the potential for benefit? How have you redefined your path and inspired others to do the same? When I first came to William & Mary, I thought I would have so much of an impact on this school that by the time I graduated, there would be a plaque of my face hanging outside of the Wren building. Needless to say, that has not yet happened. But 4 years later, my ego has shrunk, and my appreciation for the simple acts of talking to people, sharing ideas, and lifting each other up has grown. You do not have to rebuild PBK brick by brick to have an influence on this campus. In this moment of uncertainty, the closing of our William & Mary chapter, celebrate your personal growth, big and small, and thank those people that helped you get here. To my fellow graduates, I say this with the utmost confidence in each and every one of you. Carry forward that fire that burns in all of us to break tradition, chase learning, and champion change. Class of 2021, we have withstood a simply absurd year, but today, you have prevailed.
Thank you, Ms. Dereja, for those powerful words. Some things we do this weekend we could not have imagined even a few weeks ago. Parents and friends are here with us. Some things this weekend are unique. We have 6 graduation ceremonies rather than 1. Some things are sweeter than ever before. Celebrating together in person, hearing each graduate's name called. For everyone in our community, the successes that brought our graduates to this moment have been hard-won. You earned them through grit and perseverance, despite loss and grief, with the support of friends and so many others along the way. Care for others through service and mutual commitment has been a hallmark of William & Mary this year. William & Mary ran more than 63,000 COVID tests this year. We had nearly 100% compliance with mask wearing on campus and in our off-campus community. That's why we're here. William & Mary students supported that culture in Williamsburg and our region, helping to bring positivity rates down quickly when you return to campus. Our students reported a 97% voting rate in the 2020 election. Nearly 2,000 students and employees completed more than 4,300 of service hours. More than 4,300 service hours. Under this pandemic, we've been called to rethink, redesign every tradition and ceremony, every activity, every assumption about how William & Mary teaches, learns, works, and convenes day to day. This year has stretched and changed us in ways we are still discovering. We've used the word unprecedented so many times, accurately. Yet the truth is that years like this will come again in your life and again to our nation, and when they do, you will need to call on the capacities that you have grown at William & Mary. Your grit, your capacity to persist in the face of challenges, from socially distanced performances to Zoom study groups and co-curricular activities, your ability to tolerate uncertainty all year, when the future was full of risk, admit predictions that we would fail, learning to live with ambiguity and benefit from it is one of the greatest gains of a liberal arts and sciences education. And your ability to win out despite these doubts, to craft the best learning experiences you could, to find companions through trial and through transformation. As a university, we have come to understand what the philosopher Hannah Arendt called the imperative to think what we are doing, to be deeply mindful of how we go about our daily work and why at every moment. We have learned how to conquer our fears for the sake of our shared commitments to protect the health and safety of those who are most vulnerable. I remember listening to the Wren Bell on an empty campus last spring. This spring, on every last day of classes, the Wren Bell rang out so strong and clear as you celebrated the courage it took to sustain this community all year. Graduates, trust in those capacities and that courage. You can be confident that you are ready to be called again. You have the capacities that you will need, that your communities will need, and that this nation and the world will need. Grit, adaptability, commitment to others will be your superpowers. William & Mary will always remember this class and what we accomplished together. Now it is my pleasure to welcome Provost Peggy Agouris to the podium so that we can begin what you all have been waiting for, the conferral of degrees for the amazing class of 2021.
Thank you, President Rowe. We will begin the process of conferring earned degrees. Today, William & Mary graduates the 7th class from our joint degree program with St. Andrews University in Scotland. We have with us Professor Marcus Holmes, who directs the William & Mary side of the program. Professor Holmes, would you please stand? Thank you. Next month, the joint degree program's graduates will receive the St. Andrews portion of their degree to become full alumni of both universities. Graduates of the joint degree program with St. Andrews, please stand. Please be seated. Thank you. Membership in honor societies at William & Mary demonstrates exceptional pursuit of academic excellence. Please stand if you have been inducted to Phi Beta Kappa, Mortar Board, Omicron Delta Kappa, or Beta Gamma Sigma. Please be seated. Thank you. There are 1,620 total candidates, that is 1,620 candidates for the baccalaureate degrees this weekend. Several candidates join us virtually. When your name is called, we invite you to stand as you are able so that we may honor you. Maria Donahue Valeka, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, will present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
I will be awarding the degrees, and members of the departments and programs will be reading names. We will begin with graduates with a major in economics. Candidates for a baccalaureate degree in economics, please come forward as your name is called.
Kirtan Dharmendra Patel. Madison Claire Allen. Andrew Baird McGrady. August Davis Wagner. Patrick Lynch O'Hara. Caroline Elizabeth Sweet. Emma Louise Burke. Olivia Scott Mooney. William Noland. Scott Connor Sauce. Matthew Ronald Harrigan. Braden Michael Salazar. Andrew Francis Frederick. Sarah Logan Ball. Jonathan Michael Harper. Simeon Luke Whittle. Justin Miles Allen. Owen Daniel Wright. Blake Hamilton. Zachary Richard Burdick. Libby Underwood. Sydney K. Wagner. Amy Hilla. Kirsten Maygard. Olivia Hanson O'Neill May. Madeline Walker. Solongo Bayarma. Mary Pelson. Sarah Elizabeth Farney. Emily Rose Finto. Jackson Gregory Pauley. Henry Howard Lewis. Benjamin Winnicor. Henry James Quinn. Austin Bryce Cook. Andrew Ryan McLaughlin. Corey Terrell Bridges. Kristen Taylor Rhines. Elizabeth Rose Bowman Crotty. Congratulations. Emily Jeanette Maison. Sebastian Ye. Chongmo Yang. Parker Dean. Jefferson Davis Wise. Diana Isabel Blanco Garcia. Annan Liu. Patrick Reardon. Michael Salvatore DiMatteo. Christopher Baird DeMalley. Sean O'Neill Frankel. Sterling Neblett Ranson III. Ronan Brian Murphy. Liam Fitzgerald. Federico Jose Ramon Garcia Palu. Elizabeth Rose Newman. Ethan Wesley Brown. Saumya Kapala. Lucy Augustine. Dylan Barrett Corey. Jacob Atagi. Christian Isaiah Moore. Annalise Estes. Catherine Ann Yarnall. Dylan Warner Bagaris. Joseph William Welch. Alejandro Simchak. Charles Whiteley. Matt Levinson. John Slater Mann. James Liddy. Aubrey Bell George. Victoria Marie Haver. Erica Elena Steffen. Catherine Sarah Ziccarelli. Alina Crespo. Angela Shute. Graduates joining us virtually, we recognize you now. Fangwei Chen, Yuhei Fang, Jacob Matthew Hoffman, Shi-Chin Hao, Suji Huang, Jackson Kemper IV, Shishuo Liu, Xinyuan Ma, Lan Peng, Dongyang Wang, Qiankun Wang, Qingyuan Zhang.
Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in Global Studies, including Asian and Middle Eastern Studies, Asian and Pacific Islander American Studies, European Studies, Latin American Studies, and Russian and Post-Soviet Studies, please come forward as your name is called.
Rodrigo Vidal Arias. Celia Metzger. Elizabeth Ashley Reeves. Kelly Ann Shea. Melik Samir Obedala. Margaret Elizabeth Wilder. Charlotte Fitzgibbons Mines. Evie So. Ludi Anstey. Yana Svetaeva. Emily Marie Borkowski. Alondra Yasmin Duncan Belford. Jaime Luis Dabon Almirante. Marcus Gabriel Serrano Bengzon. Athena Benton. Jamela Marie Pancho Jacob. Zoe Jacqueline Panganiban Marquez. Mariana Erana Salmeron. Jenna Nicole Kitts.
Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in government, please come forward as your name is called.
Anthony Marius Joseph. Reuben Micah Hewitt. Laura Eve Toland. Melanie Grace Simpson. William Moore. Isabel Alice Cooper. Sean T. Bell. Bradley Wilding. Kyle Edward Clements. Corey Raymond Ryder. Eve Michaela Grill. Evan Christopher Smith. Mila Indiria Rachel Hernanadan. Taylor Elizabeth Jones. Allison Riley Logue. Bao Tran Nguyen. Brett Ann Restrick. James Stan. Lucas Otal. John Buckles. Elizabeth Carol Brown. Haley Sidney Gorman. Kaya Rose Johnson. Grace Helen Bruce. Riley Elizabeth Busby. Leslie Davis. Ella Bembo. Aria Ashani Austin. Randall Joseph Riffle. Helen Tariku. Sophia Sarah Sabradine. Yoonji Shi. David Mitchell Warsoff. Peter William Latara. Brendan Aiden O'Halloran. Anne Marie Behrens. Dominic Parini Olusi. Benjamin Hall Wagner. Graham Anthony Pfeiffer. Jehan Farhad Naravala. Aiden Van Tol. James Corlassane. Aaron McCowan. David DeMarco. Samuel Robert Laver. Olivia Manusos. Haley Hubbard. Claire Young Connors. Victoria Lynn Hernandez. Tyler Stoner. John Frank DeBritney Jr. Bailey Michael McRoberts. John Molinow Whitney. Elliot Aaron Larson. Daniel Strable. Margarita Orozco. Nadia Amara Cooper. Megan Eileen Goyer. Alexander Hayes Holderness. Paige Elizabeth Ash. Daniel Luna. Joshua Lipton. Peter Ferragasso. Christopher Shoemaker. Brighton Patrick Mead. Samuel Hanscom Burridge. Reed Champlin. Tyler Barrett. Matthew Vincent Rakowski. Tyler Kern Kuchin. Henry Avicena Howe. Sophia Catherine Kingsley. Emily Bell Morrow. Abba Ketiiku. Catherine Wright Johnson. Lucy Carlin Paste. Benjamin Mead Hochner. Kristen Lee Lauritsen. Jane Matthews Geiger. Gabriel Korb. Remy Marin Davis Tinnell. Connor Patrick Quinn. Anahita Dungel. Isabel Delaney. Peter Charles Favret. Zachary Kirk. Kelsey Braden Garrett. Rian Kathleen England. Matthew Heath Boyer. Sean McCarthy. Jessica Lee Link. Emma Claire Freiling. Jack Amerson. Christian James Vergona. Yi Fanju. Lauren E. Musad. Celeste Portia Chalkley. Allison Cade Larkin. Brendan Tyler Switz. Aiden Michael Donovan. Gwendolyn May Tilley. Elizabeth Denise Sharon. Amelia Catherine Sandoval. Jae-ho Kim. Noah Leif Dow. Eric Lamont Thompson Jr. Caitlin Ann Boyd Ply. Jane Sarah Mitchell. Thomas Brennan O'Connor. Daniel Murray Kirkwood. Graham Jansen Weinshank. Sophia Dale Corona Morseman. Michael Stephen Jurakis. William McLean. Thomas James Callahan. Owen Andrew Doherty. Nija Elizabeth Potter. Alexandra Noel Harris. Ashley Hernandez Estrada. Ifoma Shinajichu Aika. Ryan Jared Harper. Nathan Wiggin. Jordan Andre Gamara. Now I'm going to read the names of the graduates who could not be here but are attending virtually. Daniel Thomas Joseph Evers. Haley Eva Hubbard. Ru-Lin Lee. Han Lin. And Noctran Duan Nguyen.
Okay, so just a clarification for the students. Your family doesn't want a picture with me, they want a picture of you. So as you're walking off the stage, your picture will be taken, not with me. Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in international relations, please come forward as your name is called.
Monica Sandu. Sion Teklu Hagos. Anna Rose East. Sandra Edith Rodriguez. Tasnim Tamana Binte Amin. Anna Elizabeth Bustani. Stephen Robert Vachnan. Emmeline Juliet Walker. Thank you. Victoria Cecilia Gonzalez. Zachary T. Adams. Jack Reedman. Madison Rose Brayman. Cassie Nestor. Camila Batras. Thank you. Jenna Zakaria Iskander. Mary Catherine Trotto. Gabriella May Lynn Kao. Emily Lauren Powell. Thank you. Ella Marina Kane. Antonio Mara III. Madeline Thayer Scher. Cassidy Ann Milne. Emma Renee Burley. John Kaner. Charles Williamson. Frank Benner. Martin Ludwig Lahm IV. Andrew Chermataff Richardson. Abigail Ann Boyce. Erin Ann O'Hara. Thank you. Alexa Nicole Conti. Thank you. Hans Christopher Cuppers IV. William Joseph Amaker. Anna Frere. Sky Mackenzie Clark. Christina Hope Durham. Colin Pierce Sauer Cochran. Ian Russell Doty. Samantha Murphy Bailey. Thank you. Elizabeth Marie Kukin. Antonio Coyote Farrell. Matthew Ian Crittenden. Thank you. Caroline Duckworth. Megan Rose Hogan. Catherine Pompey Van Merdevoort. Catherine Joy Weinsheimer. Megan Ann Coughlin. Katja Anna Olcutt. Paige Nicole Jacobson. Congratulations. Morgan Mary Pincombe. Olivia Florence Roven. Thank you. Qingyu Tao. Thank you. Gillis Day Harris. Thank you. Elizabeth Ann DeJager. Thank you. Grace Isabella Klopp. Jacob Eaton McNabb. Thank you. Hi. John Dominic Damarillo. Charles Lawson. Thank you. Brayton Wiseman Allen. Thank you. Amelia Hope Larson. Thank you. Sage Jasmine Miller. Eliza Paxton Quinn. Magdalena Baranowska. Thank you. And celebrating with us remotely, Wang Fang, Rebecca Erin Hannah Lowe, Shengxi Pan, Abraham Lincoln Peng, Abdur Rahim Savim, Philip Charles Sheldon, and Mei Hui Yang. Thank you.
Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in public policy, please come forward as your name is called.
Samuel Hayden McCormack. Alexandra Bongiorno. Catherine King. Olivia Nicole Renda. Paulette Hall. Ryan Huck. Jake Tyler Matthews. Sydney Michaela Santos Miralo. Kevin Marion. Jarrett Tyler Heckert. Stephen Matthew Durkis. Lachlan Pitts. Jacob Dean Haney. Dustin Blackburn Riles. Elnatan Mulgeta Lama. Daniel Wenkai Shu. Emily Fallon. Carolyn Eve Shinseki. Grace Lynn Caudill. Margaret McKinnon Delaney. Mary Olivia Stark Rentner. Grace Elizabeth Parita. Elizabeth Quinn Ashley. John Lesko. Jacob Gala. Sarah Elizabeth Goswick. Evan Scott Parker. Tybin Elston. Stanley D. Glover III. Carrie Jane Bauman. Grace Holbrook Elman. Nerese Alana Watson. John Davis Stivers. Elizabeth Margaret Hall. Lindsay Ann Gleason.
Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in sociology, please come forward as your name is called.
Chloe Jasmine Walker. Hallie O'Rourke. Elizabeth Carolyn Snyder. Catherine Marika Scotland. Sonia Kinkabwala. Leah King Stewart. Jesse Allen Henry. Callie Elizabeth Roomsberg. Curdwin Conrad Albers. Katie Wanger. Nyla Capri Pollard. Margaret Grace Wells. Anna Milagros Zufi. Sean Patrick Doyle. Soleil Angelique Natividad Ephraim. Will Arthur Sambrook. Ashley Nicole Drum. Natalia Wyatt. Kersey Neal. Demetria Jane Smith. Robert Medexatos. Cameron McCabe Ciambatti. Gustavo Espinoza. Lauren Hunter Cohen. Jasmine Gianzan. Emma Catherine Schmidt. Kaylin Elise Small. Amber Andrea Bowman. Rhea Lanice Chesson. Nina Simone Fortuné. Cheyenne Renee Randolph. Kiberiti Majuto. Elijah Reese.
We'll give everyone just a moment to get back to their seats. Here we go. Would all the candidates for bachelor's degrees please rise as you are able? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Visitors of the College of William and Mary in Virginia, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts. I welcome you into the community of graduates and professionals well prepared to think critically, solve problems collaboratively, and lead positive change in our communities, states, and nations. Congratulations! Please be seated. William and Mary prepares public school teachers to serve the Commonwealth and the nation. Would today's graduates who have received teaching certification please stand and receive our thanks? Teaching certification. Thank you. William and Mary has a global reach. Would all of our international students and our graduates who have studied, worked, or served abroad during their time at this university please stand? Woo! Thank you. Now, please join me in welcoming Marilyn Mediette, Chief Executive Officer of the Alumni Association and William and Mary alumna from the class of 1975.
Thank you, President Rowe, and cheers to the class of 2021! On behalf of the William and Mary Alumni Association, I am pleased and proud to be the first one to welcome you to our ranks. As you step across the threshold from student to alumnus, you join a remarkable and invaluable network of more than 100 alumni strong. Embrace this opportunity and be an active participant. Join your local alumni network, wear that green and gold proudly, and return to campus often for homecoming and reunion. Make it a point to become involved in the Young Guard, and don't hesitate to use those contacts for networking, friendship, and fellowship. And most importantly, please come visit us at our beautiful new Alumni House situated directly behind you, which represents a testament to the important role alumni play in our beloved alma mater. And now, graduates, please stand and join me as we recite the Alumni Creed, which was on your cards with your pens and will appear on the screen above me. When you entered, you can see the card. It has the pledge on it. If you'll take the card and take the pen from the card, and after we recite the creed, if you'll then affix that pen to the hood of your regalia. Are you ready? As a graduate of William and Mary and as a new member of the William and Mary Alumni Association, I pledge to uphold the university's standards of honor, community, service, and tradition. I will support and cherish the ideals and values of William and Mary, encouraging others to do so, no matter how far from Williamsburg life takes me. Congratulations again to the distinguished class of 2021.
We are halfway, 3/6 into our commencement celebration. As you prepare to head out into the world to make it a better place, please show your care for the next graduating group by cleaning up around you and for all the amazing people who have made these 6 ceremonies happen. There are blue recycling bins available throughout the stadium, and if you would move your vehicle in the next half hour so we can welcome our next families, that would be terrific. Please rise as you are able and join the choir in singing verses 1 and 4 of the Alma Mater. Lyrics are on page 9 in your program.
Hark the students' voices swelling, strong and true and clear. Alma Mater's love they're telling, ringing far and near. William and Mary, loved of old, hark upon the gale. Hear the thunder of our chorus, Alma Mater hail. God our Father, hear our voices, listen to our cry. Bless the college of our fathers, let her never die. William and Mary, loved of old, hark upon the gale. Hear the thunder of our chorus, Alma Mater hail. William and Mary, loved of old, hark upon the gale. Hear the thunder of our chorus, Alma Mater hail.
In a moment, the platform party, faculty and graduates, will recess out of the stadium. Faculty marshals will lead graduates out of the stadium, and you will recess by rows and exit toward Sadler Terrace. Audience, I ask that you do please remain seated until the recessional is concluded and then swiftly clear the stadium. As you exit, please observe social distancing to protect the safety of all guests. Wait, 2 more things to do. As president, I officially declare that the 2020-2021 session in the 328th year of William & Mary is concluded for you. And then there's one last ceremonial gesture. Ready?
Within thy walls, dear college, we give praise to thee, to pledge ourselves whatever befalls.
It takes practice.
Unfailing loyalty, our hearts are with thee, dear William and Mary, however far we stray. Our noble college, hear us now. Thy children sing to thee today. Dear college, old in years and fame, and richly old in honors too, time shall not dull the shining name, whose gleam of songs will ever renew. And as years go by, dear William and Mary, thy fame